discuss with the mates and groups different ideas of managing large classes. Discuss a video segment related to ideas of managing large classes. Apply any groups ideas of managing large classrooms. Analyze the idea displayed in the video segment. Do an action plan to be applied in their classes. Discuss action plan with the mates, groups, and other groups. Identify different types of better classroom. These are objectives or the goals of. So, what about the voice, the sound? Are you listening to me now? Give me an answer, please. If you are listening to me, say it or anything. I will give you a chance in order to discuss these points with you. Well, what you're going to do, if you have an answer, tell me. What is the class management? If you have an answer, you can tell me. You know what is class management? I think we had a workshop about this last month, and I think all of you know about that. Can you tell me now what is class management? What do you mean? What do you mean by class management? Give me an answer. How can we define, how can we express or tell other people about class management? Now, I don't know what is meant by class management. Can you tell me what is class management? Okay, let's go to another point. What is the difference between managing small classes and large ones? What technique can be useful in managing large classes? Now, I want to get an answer from the participants. So let's go to tree and discover. And as you know, there is a discovery strategy that can help you understand what is meant by this topic. Two large classes affect students' learning performance more. The large classes affect the teacher's performance head. Put in your consideration these questions and try to find the answers after discussing it with you. There is a problem. Problems with large classes include managing a large class requires good planning, but teachers often do not have time for the kind of planning needed. And he can divide the class into groups or into pairs. He can give each group a task in order to answer or solve. Then after that, he can get from one of each group an answer to control of them. If there are a lot of students, you can define a group. After that, you can ask them individually, but after making them in pairs or in groups.
I have something, or I have a point of view. I think there are many other things, like preparing the lesson well.
Yes, that's right. The lesson is the first step.
Helps the teacher to control the class.
Yes, that's right.
And another thing, I know that knowing the names of the students
help.
Especially the perfect ones. The perfect ones.
As Mr. Muhammad Hassan has said, planning the lesson is very important because you must divide the lesson into sessions, and in each period you must know what to do and what the students will do in this session or in this period. So good planning will help you to manage the class. Thank you, Mr. Muhammad Hassan. And what about knowing the name?
Dr. Farid, excuse me, I want to participate.
Okay.
I think that there are so many rules. The teacher must establish certain rules inside the class. If he establishes these rules, he can follow each day, every day. Students will pay attention to the teacher and they will follow these rules. Whether they are slow learners, they are clever students, they are intermediate. So all the rules, they will be applied on all the types of students. So it will be easy for the teacher to control the class. Okay?
Okay,
Thanks.
excellent. Excellent. What's your name? Please give me your name.
Dr. Melvet.
أهلا أهلا. Dr. Melvet for here with you, and this is very important, as we know. What about the problems that may face the teacher in managing his classroom? Now, as I said, teachers find it difficult to establish support with the students. If you have, for example, 40 students in the class or 50. Now, if you want to deal with each student alone, this will be a very difficult one because the time of the period is about 40 or 45 minutes. And if you want to deal with each student for 1 minute, the period will finish. So you must find a strategy to help you establish support with the students. Teachers find it difficult to monitor students' work, so learners may get little individual attention or feedback to help them improve. Now, this point is very important.
Can I talk?
The difficulty that the teachers have is to monitor students' work. He cannot revise every word or every assignment. If I give him a task or an activity, it's difficult to see all the activities. So who can share and participate with me now and say, if you have, for example, 50 students in the class, and now you want to have a look at their assignment, at their homework, what can you do? If you give them a task or an activity, how can we overcome this problem? Dr. Melvet,
Yeah.
you listen to me? You listen
Yeah,
to me?
I'm listening. Yeah. Okay.
Revise it.
I think that all the time the teacher should divide the class into groups. If he divides the class into groups and he gives each student a role to do, so it will be easier for to him to control the class and to carry out the tasks in a very limited time. Okay? So all the time he can divide the class into groups.
Dividing the class into groups. Okay. This dividing the class into groups and give each group a task or an activity. Then we can choose one of this group to be leader, and this leader
the monitor.
And this leader can give the feedback or contact with the teacher. Okay.
Mr. Muhammad.
Okay. Let's see your point of view.
الثاني عم رد استمر. احنا مش شغالين الا مع الدكاتره.
Another one, please. Another one, please. Can with us?
Okay, Mr. Muhammad. Let's go to another problem. Proficiency and ability level vary a good deal within the class. Weaker students often get left behind. This is a very important point. All the students have different levels, and if you want to deal with all levels, this will be a very difficult. So, as we discussed, we can divide the class into groups and try to give the leader of each group a task and to give him something to deal with the weak students as a daily work. For example, if you see a student
something at the same time.
Discipline the class, you cannot, it's very difficult. So how can we overcome this problem?
How can we control
if there was a naughty student, can we deal with that? Who can shall be from the participants? We have noticed students in the class.
I think that the notice students they have strong characters. Okay, so it's the best strategy is to give them the role of the leader. If you give him the role of the leader of a certain group, so he can participate and you can pay their attention to you. Okay, but as long as you leave them to be away and distant from you, they will be troublemakers and they will be bad. It will be bad to spoil the time of the lesson.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Now, what about the next point? Mr. Muhammad, would you like to give a feedback? Would you like to give a feedback on this point?
In my point of view, I must listen to the perfect one. The perfect one who is very excellent in the class can control
Okay. Now let's go to the next point. Students, they get little opportunity for actual language production and practice. Now, if you want to listen to each student in the class, you give them a minute. So it's very difficult to complete the plan. So this is a very important point. How can we give the student a chance to speak and to express himself and to deal with all these students? Can we define them each period? We will take 3 or 4 students and ask them, or are there any other strategies? Who can give me his opinion in this point? Now I have 50 students in the class. I want to listen to them, to their production, to see their writing, to see or to listen to their pronunciation of the words. Can we give them or divide the class in each period? If we have 3 or 5 periods a week, now we can take in this period, I can ask 5 students. The next period, other 5. The next, and what about you have another point of view?
This is a good idea.
Okay.
This is a good idea.
Okay. Mr. Muhammad agreed with me. What's your opinion, Mr. Fauzi? Sure. Yes, that's right. Okay. Yeah, but then we can get or define the class. The teacher has a notebook, and in this notebook he will take from number 1 to number 5. I will see how can they speak, how they pronounce the words. And after that, another period, I can see the writing, how can we write. And the next period, I will take the third, number 6 till number 10. And then I will pass so we can overcome this problem and go to another point. Okay.
From these groups in the class, I can give one group the work of other group.
Okay, excellent.
And I let the group listen to this another group. Try to make a live situation between each other.
It's a very important point, Mr. Muhammad Hassan, and each student will show his mastery to the language in the face of the other group. So it's a very, very important point. Thank you, Mr. Muhammad Hassan, our boss. He's our boss now. Okay, now let's go to another point or another solution. To solve the problem, we need to know what pedagogical technique on the classroom. Now, I'd like to ask my colleagues, what is the meaning of pedagogical?
Yeah.
Do you know the meaning of pedagogical? Mr. Fauzi?
Yes, both.
Thank you, Mr. Fauzi. Do you know what pedagogical techniques and classroom management practices can be used to maximize the amount of student learning in large classes? This is a solution or one of the solutions.
Another solution.
Another solution. The development of effective learning in classes that size often depends more on a classroom management skills and a short list of pedagogical techniques than on any one particular approach to teaching. Okay, now I'd like to comment on approach. Approach means a method or a way. بنسميها يمكن افضل شيء ليها، معلش هقولها بالعربي بعد اذنكم، مدخل. طبعا في theory وفي approach. طيب now
equal to input.
Yes, that's right. Pedagogical planning. This expression or idioms refers to events and overall planning of the curriculum and a planned application of deliberate teacher behaviors that can facilitate learning. So this is what we asked you about at the beginning. Okay, this is planning. So it refers to advance and overall planning of the curriculum. الله، معلش اسمحوا لي، يبقى اذا المدرس لازم يعمل overall view للمنهج كله، ويبدا، وده على فكره اللي احنا مكلفين بيه في الفتره الحاليه، ويبدا يعمل مواد علميه جاهزه في كل درس من الدروس ويحطها على السبوره التفاعليه بتاعته او في فلاش، ولما يبدا يشتغل الدرس يبدا يدي الولاد تاسكس ويدي لهم ايه؟ ويدي لهم اكتيفيتيز من داخل الحاجات اللي هي عامل لها فيدباك او نوع من الايه؟ الاكتيفيشن. فلذلك بلاننج as مستر محمد حسن said planning is very very important. ما ينفعش ادخل مباشره للطالب، لا ده انا عارف انا هقول ايه في كل لحظه، وعارف ان البلان بتاعي، في ناس كانت زمان بتعترض على موضوع البلان، دلوقتي ممكن ماشي هيبقى فيه زي ما الموجه العام قال ان هيبقى فيه الكترونيك بلاننج، هنعمل تحضير الكتروني وندخل ونجهز الماده العلميه بتاعتنا ونعمل فيدباك او نعمل عمليه رينفورس للمعلومه.
Explaining is a lesson, like building a house. I prepare everything before building.
Yes.
Before building.
Okay. And we will give you a hand. وعليكم السلام.
بعد اذن حضرتك يا مستر ممكن تسجل المحاضره، لان في ناس عندهم ما فيش نت ومش عارفين يدخلوا، وفي ناس داخله والنت ضعيف مش سامعين حضرتك كويس.
ان شاء الله هعمل لها تسجيل وهننزلها تاني باذن الله.
Thank you.
Classroom learning systems. This is another point, and this point is very important. They are clear routines, expectations, and physical arrangements.
مستر.
مستر. تفضل.
تفضل محمد. مستر محمد.
ايوه مع حضرتك.
محمد حسن.
مع حضرتك.
ريس مستر الصوت مش عندنا، احنا بنحب يا ريس. عماد محمود يا ريس.
ايوه عماد بيه.
حاول برضه ما يخرجش.
اعمل ريستارت الثاني يا مستر عماد.
So let's go to this point again. Classroom learning system. They are clear routines. So, as Dr. Merkab said, students from the repetition will know the routine that the teacher, when the teacher enters from the door of the class, the students know that they will stand up. Then he will greet them. After that, they will sit down. Then the routine, every period he enters the class will be repeated. So, routines. Expectation. Now, I expect something to happen in this period. if I want to deal with a topic like, for example, pollution, I come to the class and try to discuss something in the school, in the environment. What about your school? Your school is clean or not? And then from this point, you can start to go or to jump to the subject or the topic that you are dealing with. Expectation.
Mr. Dr. Farid, when I want to discuss a topic with the students, I must give them 3 questions.
Okay. As we know, as we did in this session, we started with a question, and after that we began to answer.
To produce a lot of ideas.
Okay.
From
Okay. To get them to use brainstorming, discussion, discovery. All these strategies can be used in this topic. Using routines, expectation, physical arrangements. The students can do something. Now, stand up. We are talking about pollution. Now, everyone, try to clean the place around you. So, he did something in the period, and this is what we call physical arrangements. The teacher will arrange in this point, the students will do something for the environment or for themselves. Okay. The teacher can set up to save time. Everything will take its time in order to keep the main goal of the session or of the pair.
To achieve the goal of the.
Okay, what about the other points? They enable learners to know what is expected of them, thus adding to their feelings of security. If the student have a feel of security, he can speak, he can express himself. But if he knew that the students will laugh at him, will mock him, or the teacher will talk about him without any concern, he will not change. He will be out. So the main
trust himself.
Okay, that's right. So the feeling of security is very important in order to express or to give him a hand and help him to express himself. They ensure the smooth running of the class and classroom activities. I have many activities, but I can concentrate only, Mr. Muhammad, 3 activities. And I give them their time, Mr. Fawzi, and try to let the students understand and ask them in the assignment to make more activities and to design another activity from their own making or doing. Okay, now let's go to another point. Discipline management. What is meant by this idiom? It refers to a fair and even-handed system of discipline. Students are clearly told what behavior is expected and what the consequences of negative behavior will be. It's very important. Discipline باللغة العربية الانضباط. الانضباط. انضباط يعني ايه؟ The teacher must be kind. On the other hand, he must be fair. طيب وحازم في نفس الوقت. So the students know that there are rules and these rules must be followed. Okay, let's go to another point. Pedagogical planning, post few questions, handout, answers, handout. Now, if we came back to the first point in this session, we'll find the questions, and it must be answered at the end. Okay? It's important to look for the teacher's behavior.
ممكن نعمل جروب ناخد بس اسماء الناس اللي موجوده.
Okay, we will take a break for 2 minutes only. We will complete. Our session is continuing. Okay, now we will take a break for 2 minutes only.